I want to talk about some habits and my routine that has brought about a lot of joy and success for me in these past couple of weeks. And it all starts with, for me, it starts with waking up early. I have spoken about this before. I will speak about it until I am blue in the face. I need my morning time and morning routine. Reason being, I don't want to wake up and just get straight into doing work for the day. If when I was working a job in corporate and I had to drive into an office, I did not want to have to wake up and just get showered and then go to the office. That is not what I wanted my life to be. My life is not built to work. My life is built to live, and working is supposed to be a part of that. So I wanted to do things that I was interested in that got my brain moving in the morning, that got my body moving in the morning, perhaps. And I've been through a few different ways of this routine, but my best routine is waking up before anyone else in my household so that I don't have to speak with anyone and I can sit in silence and do what I want to, which for me is reading and journaling. At one point in my life, it was going to the gym at 4 a.m., but that didn't really work out for me. I would get this weird sickness thing, and I digress. The morning routine is what sets me up for success for the day because I am able to do something that I want to prior to getting to work. Where obviously I love the work that I do. I like my job. I enjoy that I own my company now. And I could wake up at a later time and perhaps do the same exact thing, but then I would miss out on the working hours. The routine is the success. It is the system that I run on a day-to-day basis. It is my operating system, per se, if you're into computers. It is what manages me. I just have to work the system, but the system manages me. I wake up at 4:30, I take my dogs out, I sit down and I read for about an hour, I journal for about 30 minutes, I come upstairs, I brush my teeth, I say hello to my wife who's usually getting ready to go to her job, I sit down, I get into conversations with my customers, I reach out to the carriers that I have, I make my check calls, and then I move on to the actual day of work. That I would not consider to be work at all. Checking on freight is not work for me. That is just something that needs to be done in order to take care of my customers. It doesn't feel like work. Most of what I do does not feel like work. What feels like work is when I have to recover a shipment. That feels like work to me. But when I have pre-planned out and pre-scheduled and pre-booked, my job doesn't really feel like work to me. Cold calling is just something that I do. Weightlifting is just something that I do. Reading books, journaling, those are just things that I do. Having conversations with ChatGPT is just something that I do. Building marketing plans, building strategy, positioning, framing, networking, these are all just things that I do. They don't feel like work to me anymore. And that has been a beautiful thing because especially if I woke up in the morning when I did work a job, a corporate job, as long as I got my reading time in, as long as I got my journaling time in, when I got to the office, I still didn't necessarily feel like I was working unless it was the same thing. If I had to recover a load, if I had to have a difficult conversation with a customer, that feels like work. But when I'm just updating and speaking to customers about how great the day is, there's nothing that feels like work about that. It's when I have to have a difficult conversation, as in, I underbid this load, you underpaid me for it, I had to secure this carrier, I have a fall off, right now I'm working on a recovery for you, just bear with me, I'm going to have you new driver information here in just a moment. That feels like work because I then have to go out and scavenge for a new carrier, opposed to everything just running smoothly as it should in the system that I have built. And it still feels that way today. It felt that way then. But as long as I get that morning routine to be free, be in my own mind, read something that I'm interested in, journal out my thoughts and get my actual thoughts moving and learning who I am as a person because I'm journaling to me from me, everything goes very smooth. So you need your own operating system. You need your own routine. I am a strong believer that people need routine. When I have employees come into the office or when I have employees come to work for me, I give them a routine to follow. I give them my system. I say, this is the system that has worked for me. Follow this and start to amend it if it does not work for you. But until then, you need a system, you need a routine, you better have it built, and you better show it to me. People function better off a routine. There is not one single person that I can think of who would function better just doing everything willy-nilly. You would be reactive opposed to proactive, which is never a case for success. What do you think?